As someone who's practiced Eskrima for over 30 years, I really enjoy training edged weapons. And while I consider myself an Eskrimador, I don't just practice Eskrima. I use different combative systems to add to my knife training. One, I've talked about a lot, and that's the Medusa edged weapon system. But now I'm starting something new. I'm starting the Western Piper method under the tutelage of Dean Franco. And I love both these systems. I also love Filipino martial arts, which you will see me training tactics from all of these things in this video. And it's hard to separate the combatives from the Filipino martial arts because combatives really are a lot about tactics, especially the Medusa edged weapon system and the Western Piper method. Both of these systems are simply a set of tactics. There are some very specific ways that you train and use your edged weapon in these systems, but they are much more than that. They are tactics that you can apply to any martial arts system. This is what I love about them because they enhance my Filipino martial arts. The Western Piper method comes from South Africa, but is adapted for Western culture. It is a system that came from the criminal use of the knife in South Africa. It is point-driven and uses a lot of distraction and deception. It is not a dueling system at all, although you can use the deception to help your knife sparring if you are a Filipino martial artist. There's a lot in there that can enhance knife-to-knife scenarios. This is basically a system of putting the knife into another person, much like the Medusa system. The tactics differ from the Medusa tactics. In my opinion, the deceptiveness of this art truly enhances the Medusa system. The Medusa system is based on the idea of shocking the person, attaching to the person, and then driving multiple stabs in until the threat is no longer able to be a threat or you've made it to safety. The Medusa system is exactly what I would teach somebody if they said, I have to go into harm's way. I only have X amount of hours to train. Can you help me get ready? Because I may need to defend myself in the most extreme way. I would train the Medusa system with them. Both systems are highly adaptable to other weapons. It doesn't have to be a knife. It just has to be something with a hard point. Both systems would work great with weapons like a pen, a jagged stick, a screwdriver, a broken bottle, you name it. Anything that can extend out of your hand and hurt someone or cause injury to another human being can be used in these systems. I don't care what it is. If it extends out your hand and you can hurt somebody with it, these systems are perfect for it. One thing they share with Filipino martial arts is that these systems are highly adaptable. Because they are tactics based, there isn't a large syllabus to these systems, especially Medusa, which is as bare bones as a fighting system can get. Because, as I said, these are just tactics, and they're criminal tactics, so they're very practical. They work. Criminals do not use flashy shit that doesn't work. They just need to get the job done as easily and efficiently as possible. Because there are people out there who would use those type of tactics and skills to harm others, to overcome others, and force others to bend to their wills. This is why we need good people who are willing to stand up for themselves, and maybe others who are willing to protect their families with the worst case scenario skills, with the most violent skills possible. In my opinion, we need those people in our society to counter the evil people who have these skills and use it for bad. Because each one of us is our own first responder. The police cannot be there exactly when an event is taking place. they arrive after. These skills can help you survive and overcome the worst case scenario until help arrives. Of course, as a Medusa edged weapons instructor, I have to be careful who I give these skills to. They're not just for anybody. For those who want to walk through life as a protector, these are good skills to have, amongst many other survival skills. And while statistically, I know I will not likely be in a situation where I need to use these skills. However, I do know people who have had to survive extreme violence, and I do know people who have successfully survived extreme violence with martial skills. And it is part of my lifestyle, my mission, and my calling to teach others these skills. I hope none of us ever need these skills, but if you do, I hope they serve you well.